Hi guys. Forgive me if I am tired, looking and rambly, because I am rather tired, actually. It's just past midnight here. This is the only time I could find that was really quiet, where I could do this, because, of course, just like with the thank you post, I am way late. Um, for those of you who are still worried, hubby and I did manage to work everything out. Yes, I'm not usually one for the drama, but I was totally convinced that this was not going to work out. And it's just because we're not fighting people. We communicate. We've had 4 fights within this year, and all of them have had to do with high stress levels and where do we stand, and it just builds up. And truly it was little things, but they became really big things, and this was the wrong time for this blow up to happen, but it did. We just had a little bit of a kerfluffle just a day or so ago, but that was working out some of the finer kinks, I think. Um, but with holidays, I mean, there's bound to be blow ups with holidays, but I was really and truly worried this time around. It was bad. But a lot of you guys reached out and helped me. A lot of his friends reached out and helped him, and we had that going both ways too. So we had a lot of support and a lot of people helping us out during this time. Um, Digital, you were marvelous. Thank you so much. I just can't thank you enough. Not only for shepherding me around, you poor thing, but also holding my hand during what was one of the worst times, I think, in my life. Um, it worked out. I'm so glad it did, because I truly thought this time around that it really wouldn't. I mean, I'm not one for drama. I do not. I try to minimize drama as much as possible. But this one was pretty bad. And it worked out, miracle of miracles. We actually got to a point where we could talk. And while we were doing that, we actually got a lot accomplished. Besides just that, we've got, doctor's appointments set up, and he had a job that fell through because the temp agency told him, hold on, we're going to try to get you this other one. Then they drug their feet on it. Then all of a sudden, he needs all this equipment to do it. And we tried to reschedule because we don't have this equipment right now. It was a mess. But we've got a lead where a friend of ours is working, and another one he's looking into. So keep your fingers crossed that before the new year rolls around, hubby has something, because this will really help. A lot of his stress is he was Mr. Mom for the longest time, and I think well, anybody would go nuts being stuck inside a house nearly all the freaking time. Even with the 2 little kids at school most of the time, that's just kind of crazy making. Both of us have been lost and wandering just in the last 3 months alone, just because the stress levels got so high. Our muses left. It's just been a mess. But hopefully that is all behind us, and we can move forward now, as we should. Within just the last week, during the middle of all the turmoil, Ronan had basketball tryouts, which we had just gotten done talking, and we realized, oh shoot, gotta go get the kids. And I waited for the eldest, who gets off the bus last, only being told by the bus driver, really, he said basketball tryouts. And I'm like, what? Oh my God, is that the day? Only to discover it's 2 days in a row. And my poor little guy, for all his enthusiasm and energy, he didn't make it in. Now, I have a bit of a problem with this. And the reason why I do is the coach gave me some lame excuse of he's small, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah, when all it boils down to is they're looking for a winning team, okay, out of elementary school kids. What this should be is fun and learning how to work in it, with a team, and learning good sportsmanship, and learning how to deal with, disappointment, and learning how to deal with winning. I mean, all of these are important. Trying to drive a team, to win, 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 is just teaching all the wrong lessons. And you know what? If you aren't going to take any third graders, don't offer it to them. Just don't. Just don't even bother. But that's another issue for another time. I have got my driver's license. I know that this is probably not important to most people, but having an updated driver's license, even when I'm not driving, is kind of important to me. It's like my driver's license expires. My representation to be an actual person on this earth has expired. So I got that updated, and I feel 10 times better. Um, right on the same day that we managed to take care of my driver's license. A friend of ours had loaned us his vehicle, and we took care of that. And hubby and I actually stopped and got something to eat. We couldn't afford it, but we stopped and we got something to eat together. It was just Burger King, but hey, you know what? Burger King, it works. Um, and we stopped and got my check, which actually covered 2 months worth of electric, which had built up, and my net and phone. Now the only thing we've got to worry about is rent, and I've got technically, you know, 18 days on the outside to worry about that. I'm pretty sure I'll have it figured out by then. That's some of the major stuff that's been going on. I finally yesterday, I mean on the 17th, I faxed through everything for our SNAP and our food benefits, because I had noticed that it just dropped off all of a sudden. Well, after I jumped through all these hoops and done all this paperwork, they sent something, and I honestly I didn't read the fine print, but basically they wanted me to jump through more hoops about a week after that, which to me made no sense. But I faxed off paperwork on the 17th, did everything they told me to, only to discover that the office that handles my case, I don't know what happened. Either they dropped the ball or they didn't process the paperwork, none of which is a major surprise to me. So I spent about half of yesterday trying to prove that no, I have no income. Yes, there are 4 people in this house. Yes, I sent this fax, um, which was a pain, but it came through in the end, and today I actually managed to get food in the house. Um, so I've got that much covered. Some of the major bills taken care of. There's food in the house. I still have a touch of money left in the bank. Um, and I've had, I know I said thank you, but I gotta say thank you again. So many people sent so many nice things to make this a better Christmas for my boys. They've made it possible for Santa to find our house and give us a hand here. Um, some of the financial help that you all sent along, we're setting aside for after Christmas to get the boys something. Let it die down just a touch, and see what it is that we can get them, a little trinket or something like that they will enjoy after Christmas. I'm hoping next year to be able to celebrate all 12 days, which means they get a gift per day. Um, you know, 6 practical, 6 fun. And that's kind of, that's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. But shoot, we just finally managed to get in a tree this year. Um, Warning for those who might be, slightly sick by the whirligig of this. This is our pretty tree. It has been, well, hubby and I have never had a tree in the house. Ever. I don't think we've ever had a tree here. Um, but it's mostly for the boys. We wanted them to have something that they could enjoy, and we're rather enjoying it ourselves. I've always loved a tree. You turn off all the lights and just watch the tree. I know it's probably crazy, but that to me is Christmas. Nice, quiet, snow outside tree. I still haven't gotten the snow. Doesn't look like I'm going to until later, but I've got the tree. Uh, I've got everything set up for cookies for Santa, and um, you guys helped make that possible. You've made Christmas possible for us, and there is just no way to thank you all enough. Um, Everything's worked out. Everything's taken care of. As for my coding, I received an email saying, go ahead and catch up. Classes start in January. Hubby has two prospects online for a job that would pay well. Um, and that's what he's looking forward to. So, keep your fingers crossed on that. Um, and it's mostly for us. It's not even so much the jobs; it's the getting to and from. And with the jobs he's looking at, he'll have somebody to help him get to and from. So just keep your fingers crossed. Um, Keep your fingers crossed that I'll be able to finish all this coding pre-process, so I can actually get into the classes. That would be nice. But I actually received an email on that. So I'm caught up with everything else. I mean, emails, comments, PMs, all ElJay posts except within the last hour and a half. I'm completely caught up now. Laundry is done. I just have one last load I have to fold. I have a couple of dishes I have to wash, but other than that, I've got food, I've got electric, I've got everything I could possibly need. It's all set up for Christmas. So we're kind of ahead of the game here, which is rather unusual for us in this house. But I mean, stress levels are still high. Holiday stress levels on top of that really don't help. But we're getting there. I know that we're definitely going to make it. And with some of our friends here locally at home, and my friends and family out here in ElJay and all across the net, you guys have helped make it possible. You have definitely made our Christmas miracle happen. I mean, we're always going to have some level of stress. The stress is always going to be there. But you've made it easier to be able to get a grip on that and see it for what it is and try to move past it. And I think that as a family, we're stronger and we're going to be able to move forward. And you all have helped provide that step for us. So just keep your fingers crossed that hubby gets, a job that makes him, but just a job will make him happy. And that I can get to these coding classes. That would be awesome. And that we can stay caught up within our lives. And gosh, it is so nice to be caught up with you guys again. Just keep your fingers crossed. And I know I'm going to get a chance to say it again, but I want to go ahead and say it now. Happy holidays to all of you out there all around the world. Whether you celebrate the holidays at this time or not, may this be the best time of year. And I know I'm probably forgetting something. I always am, just blame me being tired. But if I am, I know that I will be able to update here soon. Until then, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and know that I love you. Bye, guys.